Good evening, everybody. Touch the leg. So today will be the last class about Rice Seedling Sutra, and actually, everybody very busy. Still, you sacrifice so many things and try to attend the Lamrim class as well as the Rice Seedling Sutra. So please, I often tell you, please don't forget the purpose, the achievement of attending Dharma classes. So every time when you attend Dharma class, Dharma talk, Dharma activities, you just think, I'm going to attend, I'm going to study the Dharma class in order to be Buddha, to benefit all sentient beings. If you cannot think to be Buddha, to benefit all sentient beings, then you can think, I'm going to study Dharma, I'm going to practice Dharma in order to free from samsara for myself. Also, you cannot think about becoming Buddha to benefit all sentient beings in order to achieve liberation, free from samsara. That at least you must think, I'm going to study, practice Dharma, I'm going to attend Dharma class in order to be happy this life and next life. If you only think, I'm going to practice, study, do all the Dharma activities, only accumulating merit, then you're not going to achieve anything. Therefore, please don't forget why you are attending Dharma class, why you are studying Dharma class, why you need to study Dharma, why you need to practice Dharma. Mainly, I think 3 achievements. Number 1, the best one, becoming Buddha. Number 2, totally free from samsara, achieving liberation for yourself. And number 3, be happy this life, also be happy for next life, after next life. How you can be happy this life and next life, how you can achieve liberation, how you can achieve Buddhahood. You can achieve them only if you are able to tame your mind, if you are able to control your mind, if you are able to minimize all negative thoughts. Without taming your mind, without controlling your minds, without reducing negative thoughts, you cannot be happy this life and next life. You cannot achieve liberation. You cannot achieve Buddhahood. Therefore, all the time, please try to control your minds, try to tame your mind, try to increase all the positive thoughts. Then you can be happy this life and next life, after next life. You're able to achieve liberation, you're able to be Buddha. Otherwise, if you're just thinking only accumulating merit, eliminating negative karma, then you cannot achieve liberation, you cannot achieve Buddhahood. Therefore, everybody, please don't forget why we need to practice Dharma, why we need to study Dharma, why we need to attend Dharma class, why we need to listen, Dharma's, teaching about Dharma. So before we meditate, so among the practices, 3 practices are so important: listening, reflection, then practicing of Dharma. So before you practice Dharma, you must have a lot of reflection. You must think about again and again about your practices, about the truth, about the reality. So before you think about again and again, you need to listen the teaching from, qualified teacher, from experienced teacher, from experienced guru or master. Then among the master, doesn't matter, the master can be male and female, the master can be fully ordained or not. But the most important, the master must have the 10 qualities as a teacher. So when we do practice of Dharma, we need to know the 3 things, very important. In Buddhist, texts say presentation of the basis, presentation of the path, the presentation of the result. 3 things are very important. So before we practice any Dharma practice, you must know the basis, we must know the reality, we must know the truth, nature of the phenomena. After you fully understood the truth and reality, then you are able to practice, you are able to meditate on the path, you are able to follow the path. If you perfectly follow the path, for you, not that difficult to achieve whatever you wish to achieve. Achieving happiness this life, achieving happiness for next life, after next life, achieving liberation, achieving Buddhahood. Therefore, we must know the basis, the path, then the achievement or result. When we talk about the basis, that means there's hundreds of millions of, the countless, numberless of phenomena. We don't need to know how many phenomena are there. This is not important. First, most important, we must know how things exist, how the reality of all the phenomena. Without knowing the truth of all phenomena, without knowing the reality, then we always have a confusion, we will have confusion. Therefore, first we need to learn about the basis, mainly the 2 truths, ultimate and conventional truth. When we think about the 2 truths for us, we thought, the ultimate truth, the emptiness is so difficult to understand. Yes, when you listen, it seems to be very difficult to understand. When you really try to understand, it's not that difficult to understand emptiness. And the conventional truth, it looks like seem to very easy to understand. When you really try to understand, it's not that easy what we thought about the conventional truth. Therefore, first we must know the 2 truths. In order to know 2 truths, we must know the interdependence, dependent origination, dependent arising. Right? And also we must know dependent phenomena and interdependent phenomena are totally contradict each other, contradiction phenomena. Right? Therefore, something be independent phenomena, then the thing necessarily not independent phenomena. Something is independent phenomena, then the thing necessarily not dependent. Therefore, interdependent phenomena, dependent phenomena are contradiction phenomena, each contradict each other. Therefore, you just take, example, any phenomena. Just think about your body, your speech, your mind, your belongings, your house, your car. Just think about, one of the phenomena. How the phenomena exists. It exists dependently or exists independently. For us, we assume, also we feel, also we think things exist independently. So independently. This is what we call, ignorance about the truth, ignorance about the reality. Therefore, first, as a Dharma practitioner, you need to know the two truths. Based on we have four Buddhist philosophical schools. Based on the first lower schools, then Chittamantara, the Madhyamaka school. Within the Madhyamaka school, there are two, subdivision. So we must know, based on the consequences school, about the two truths. So in order to realize emptiness within the two truths, first you must study the conventional truth. Through conventional truth, study about the conventional truth, then you're going to realize emptiness. After you realize emptiness, then you will realize conventional truth. For example, before you try to understand the emptiness of the house, first you need to know the nature of house, how the house exists on causes and condition, exists on whole and parts. There are so many parts. Then slowly you're going to understand, the house is not exist independently. Then the opposite of independent is dependently. That means first you need to study conventional truth, then you're going to realize ultimate truth. After you fully realized ultimate truth, then you will realize conventional truth. Okay, there's a order. After you realize the truth, then mainly after you knowing the ultimate truth, then you will going to realize, you will understand, the ignorance is mistaken mind. Things exist dependently, but the ignorance perceive all phenomena as a independent phenomena. Mistaken, right? After you realize the conventional truth, then you will realize everything exists dependently. That my happiness also exists dependently, dependent on cause and condition. I have a sufferings. The sufferings also exist, depend on causes condition. If I need happiness, if I need more happiness, I must have a more causes and condition for happiness, right? If I don't want suffering, I must reduce, I must have a less causes and condition of suffering. Then, if you have a less causes and condition for suffering, then you have a less suffering. If you have a lot of causes and condition of happiness, then you will have happiness. Therefore, it's so important to study dependent arising. Last class, I explained there's three types. Generally, dependent arising, interdependent, dependent origination. So there's a different, term, also naming the meanings are different. Now, just we study a little bit, the phenomena. That means phenomena, things are synonymous. Generally, there are so many phenomena. We cannot imagine, we cannot, think about how many types of, how many numbers of phenomena. We cannot think until we become Buddha. We hope, we believe, after we become Buddha, we will understand everything. We don't know. We can understand or not. There's hundreds of billions of countless phenomena. Therefore, in Buddhist, tradition, we have a very simple. All phenomena we can categorize into two types: permanent and impermanent. Right? If something is a phenomena, must be permanent or impermanent. We don't have a third number, which is neither permanent nor impermanent. That means all phenomena include into permanent and impermanent. Right? Impermanence. Within the impermanence, we have only three, subdivisions or three categories within the impermanent. Okay, impermanent. Form, consciousness, non-associated formation. That means all impermanence, are impermanent phenomena. All conditioned phenomena must include into three types of phenomena. Conscious form, like matter, the things, then consciousness, then non-associative formation. That means all the anger, attachment, desire, kindness, compassion, tolerance, bodhicitta, great compassion, everything include into mind. But if there's a mind in matter factor, you can learn a little bit later. Minds. That means include into mind. Anger is mind, attachment is mind, ignorance is mind, compassion is mind, renunciation, 6 prajnana paramitas are mind. So, before you try to reduce anger, try to increase compassion, try to reduce, attachment, try to increase the contentment, you must know the nature of mind, how mind is look like. What does mean mind? Then part one is mind. Then the form is very simple, very easy to understand form, like the house, the water, 4 elements, everything we include into form. Then non-associative formation, all sentient beings, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Buddha Shakyamuni, Manjushri, Amida Buddha, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas include into non-associated formation. Right? That means we have 3 types of impermanent phenomena, which is form, consciousness, then non-associative formation. Then the house is a form. Right? The house, the table, the books are form, matter. It doesn't have a consciousness. If this table doesn't have a mind. This table doesn't have a consciousness, no feeling, right? Then we human being, we say we have. I have mind. I have attachment. I have a compassion. I have a anger. I have a a feeling. But you are not compassion. You are compassionate person, but you are not compassion because you are non-associated formation. Right? That means you must say, I have a mind, but I am not a mind. I have a anger, but I am not anger. I am angry person, but I am not anger, right? I am compassionate person, but I am not compassion. That means you must know you have a mind, but you are not mind. You have a form, right? You have a body, you are not body. Clear? Are you body? No, we are not. Do you have a body? Yes, we do. Are you a mind? No, I am not. Do you have a mind? Yes, I have a mind. But very interestingly, our body is not us. My body is not me. Your body is not you. But when you see someone's body, what we say, I saw him. He's going in the car. He's going in MRT. He's having coffee, tea. Right? We say, when you see the person's body, then we say, I saw him or her. When your body is sick, what do you call? I am sick. I am sick. When you are very angry, what do you say? I am very angry. I am not happy. But the anger is not you. When anger arises, you say, I am not happy. I am angry. Because anger is arising within you. Body is not you. But when your body goes sick, then you say, I am sick. This means this is the indication the person, you are not totally separated from your body, mind. Right? But you are not body, but you cannot, stand separately from your body. You are not mind, but you cannot stand separately from your mind. That means if you study this way, then you will going to understand, what does mean person, how I am exist, who I am. Then I am exist, of course, depend on causes, condition. Also, I am exist, depend on my 5 aggregates. 5 aggregates. That means 5 aggregates is the basis of the person. 5 or 4 aggregates are the basis of the person. That means, the consciousness, the feeling, or the physical body, what we call inner dependent phenomena. So we have outer dependent phenomena, inner dependent phenomena. Until today, we learn most about how the external phenomena exist, arise. Right? So at the beginning, do you remember the 3 words, 3 sentences? Something arise, something else already exists. Second, something born because something else already born. Third sentence, they're saying ignorance causes formation. I think also I almost memorized the English words. Of course, you are English speaker. Now, related to the 3 sentences, I'll explain you very little bit from this textbook. Science and philosophy. Because all of you is good in English. When you have free time, read this book. Is very useful. Here, something arise because something already exists, right? Yeah. The first sentence, what is the first sentence? Something is arising because something else already exists. This sentence, look at the condition of the absence of the prior design of creator. This sentence, it explains, reject the notion of the creator. The condition of the absence, right? That means what absence? Absence of prior, Prior, prior design of creator. That means something arising, something arising that, trees arising, trees growing, flower is growing, my body is growing because something else already exists. The condition, cause and condition is there. There's everything is arising. There's no, designer who design, right? That's why in the ancient time in India there were only two religion which is Buddhist and non-Buddhist, right? Buddhist and non-Buddhist. So non-Buddhist, all the Hindu people believe everything arises because there was, pure designer who designed, right? The example they give it is very interesting. What do you call the carpenter who make the table and chair? Okay, carpenter hold the, what is it called, the, what? Cut the tree, right? Wood. And they hold the tools. Axe, no egg, actually egg is a, no, so I don't think you have seen one. Anyway, let's say, X, let's say, X, right? They cut, then take a rest, right? And cut, take a rest. Why they cut? Why they take a rest? Why? The hand is moving, right? Like moving and rest. Behind, there was a motivation. Mind thought, must cut. Then hand is moving. Hand is moving. The mind thought, I should take a rest. Then the hand is not moving. Behind there was the, mover who moved things, which is the mind. That's why Hindu believe, there was a God, Bhagwan. They say Bhagwan, oh my Bhagwan, because everything is moving. Behind there was a mover who moves everything based on motivation, based on mind. That means Buddhist tradition, as a Buddhist, we don't accept, the pre-design of the Creator. First sentence. Second sentence, the condition of impermanence. Because the effect, the result are what? Impermanent. Because the causes and condition are impermanent, right? That means, for example, seed is permanent or impermanent? That's impermanent. Therefore, no, I think volume is very low. Here. It's okay? Here. Okay. Oh, this means the second, the condition of impermanence. That means all the results are permanent or impermanent? Impermanent. Because the causes and conditions are impermanent. Impermanent produce impermanent result. Impermanent causes condition cannot produce permanent phenomena. Therefore, second is explain, the condition of impermanence. The third one, what is the third sentence? To say ignorance causes formation. Particularly, they say ignorance. This explains the condition of potentiality. The condition of potentiality. This means, yes, the mango seeds arise, produce what? Mango tree. Because the mango seeds has a potential to produce mango tree. Right? The mango seeds mango cannot produce apple tree because it doesn't have the potential to produce mango. Mango seeds produce only mango, not the apple tree. The apple tree the apple seeds produce only apple trees, not mango trees. Because all phenomena has in all conditioned phenomena has a very particular potential. Therefore, when we study, seeds and the sprout, then we must learn, we must study. Why we need to study about, the mango and apple or flower and seeds. First, we learn that, how things arise based on the external phenomena. The second, then we must learn how my happiness is arising, how my unhappiness is arising. That means my happiness is arising. I have a happiness because there was a causes and condition of happiness. Then, the happiness causes condition produce only happiness, not suffering. The suffering causes condition produce only suffering, not happiness. That means potentiality, right? That means until now, we mainly study about the external, dependent arising. So today, we study the inner. Okay, so page number is different, which I have. Yeah, there's no point number. It doesn't matter, it's okay. Similarly, the page inner dependent arising also. Can you see? Mine is the page number 99. You have a total different page number. Yeah. 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 Similar, that means we study about the outer dependent arising. Now similarly, inner dependent arising also arises from two principles. What are the two principles? Two principles are form, a causal relation and condition relation. Same thing, right? External, dependent arising has two principles, cause and condition. Do you remember what is the differences between cause and condition? Generally, okay, make sure when you study, furthermore, you have a confusion. I explained very detailedly last time. Generally, this is condition. This is cause. This is cause. This is condition. It is both. As well as this is effect. This is a result. That means the book is cause. The book is condition. The book is result. The book is effect. The book is both. Right? Why this book is cause? Cause, the second moment book. The second moment book. Let's say, 1 o'clock you saw the book. 1 o'clock, 1 minute. There's a book, right? The book which exists in the 1 o'clock, 1 minute is arising from the previous book. That means the books produce similar books in the second moment. Therefore, this book is cause. Cause. Okay. Then I explained in the last class, cause mainly think about the primary cause. Primary cause. Do you remember? The golden ring. Golden earring. The golden ring come from where? Gold. The gold is primary cause of the golden ring. the gold is the cause of the golden ring. Right? Then this book is conditioned, right? Because it produces their own effect. That means generally all conditioned phenomena are cause because it produces their own result. All conditioned phenomena are conditioned because also it produces their own result. For example, mother is mother as well as daughter. The mother is both, right? Is mother daughter? Yes, mother is daughter of her mother. Mother is mother of her child or children. The mother is both. Same thing, this book is a effect because it is effect of the previous book. This is the cause, is the the next moment book is the result of this book. This book is the middle, right? Cause, condition. There's generally, all conditioned phenomena must have a true principle, things, cause and condition. Then what then is causal relation interdependent arising? It starts with the ignorance, causing formation, and so on, until finally the birth cause aging and death. That means between there are 10, right? 10. First, ignorance. Ignorance causing what? Formation. Until what? Until aging and death. No. Until, so on until. Finally, the birth cause, aging and death. Right? Okay, ignorance. If ignorance does not arise, then formation does not manifest, and so until finally, if birth does not rise, then aging and death do not manifest. Clear? So therefore, we have a ignorance this moment. Then ignorance cause what? Formation or karma. Karma. We have a karma this moment. I have a karma. This karma caused by the previous ignorance. Yesterday or day before, last year or previous year. Like life, right? That means there's a ignorance, then there's a formation, there's a karma. Then I told you last time, ignorance cannot directly, cause formation. Cannot. Ignorance, do you remember ignorance between ignorance and formation between we need attachment, desire, anger, all the afflict emotions. Also between we need kindness, compassion, tolerance, good heart. For example, there's ignorance. Due to ignorance we have a attachment. Due to attachment we have a anger. Due to anger then we have all the negative action. Right? Negative action. Even though we have a ignorance, then due to the ignorance we have a compassion. Within the compassion, some compassion is very pure. Some compassion mixed with the attachment. Some compassion mixed with the anger. Right? For example, someone harm your brother and sister, or someone harm your best friend. Then you try to protect your friend. Then you have your friends. At the same time, you have anger towards the enemy. Two is happen because of ignorance. Okay, first ignorance, then attachment or all the afflict emotion, then finally formation. The formation can be positive, can be negative, can be neutral. Okay, that means ignorance, then craving, grasping, then finally formation, karma. So here you must think all the afflictive emotions, doesn't matter what kinds of afflictive emotions, those are look like example our body, right? Our body is completely pervasive the sensation, right? Somebody push you, you feel it, right? Somebody pull you, you can feel it. You can feel it because somebody touch your body. The body is connected with the sensation. Without sensation, if somebody touch you, you cannot feel it, right? Therefore, the physical consciousness, the physical feeling is pervasive all parts of body. There's no any parts of body which doesn't have any sensation, right? Sensation. Same thing, all the afflictive emotions contaminated by ignorance. That's why, Nagarjuna said, Lila Liwan Chijindu Timukula Nejurde. So, ignorance is contaminated all emotions. Therefore, first ignorance, then between all the emotion, then karma. Now look at here. What then is the causal relation in interdependent arising? It starts with the ignorance causing formation and so on until finally birth causes aging and death. That means there's ignorance, the formation, finally, we have a rebirth. Then due to rebirth, we have a body. Due to body, then we have a aging, right? Aging. Then slowly our body going to expire. Aging. Finally, death. Now, if you seriously understood, ignorance all the way to aging and death, now you have to think about in the reverse. How, death comes because of the birth. How birth come? Becoming depend on grasping. Grasping depend on craving. Craving depend on feeling. Feeling depend on touch, contact. Yeah, touch, contact. Contact depend on six sense sources. Sense sources depend on name and form. Name and form depend on consciousness. Consciousness depend on formation karma. Karma depend on ignorance. Right? Reverse. Now you wish to, be youthful forever. No one don't want to be aging and death. How you can do? That means first you need to stop, eliminate ignorance. Then no ignorance, then no formation, no karma. No karma, no consciousness, then no form. Then finally you cannot rebirth in the samsara. Right? Samsara. That's why you have to learn, 12 dependent, the order of 12 dependent arising, how to arise, what you call sequentially, can say? And how to stop. Okay? Now, after you fully know the sequence, then first you really need to know ignorance is the root of all the negative thoughts. Ignorance is the root of the karma. Ignorance is the root of the samsara. I must eliminate ignorance. How? I must realize emptiness. I must realize subtle emptiness. Selflessness, emptiness. Selflessness are two types. How I can realize emptiness? I must realize dependent arising, dependent on causes and condition, dependent on whole and parts, dependent on name and thoughts. Right? Therefore, what Buddha said, what Nagarjuna said, all the teaching taught by Buddha Shakyamuni is mainly in order to realize emptiness. Emptiness. Therefore, finally, ignorance is the root. Wisdom is the best methods to cut the ignorance. Likewise, from the existence of ignorance, formation occur, and so on, until finally from the existence of the birth come aging and death. Ignorance does not think I produce formation, nor do formation think we are produced by ignorance, right? No, ignorance never think I produce karma. Karma never think I produce by ignorance. It's come based on causes condition, right? For example, it's come later. There's a clear, very clean water in the pot. Clean water. You just put the clean water on the ground. What you can see? You can see a reflection of the sky, cloud, ceiling, fan. What you can see something in the water. It appears in the water based on coming together all condition. The water doesn't have a motivation. Never think I need a reflection. In the thing never think I must send a reflection in the water. It's just come due to the what? Causes and condition, right? Ignorance does not think I produce formation, nor do formation think we are produced by ignorance, and so on. Finally, birth does not think I produce aging and death, nor aging and death think I am produced by birth, right? Now, sorry. 100, right? 100? Yeah. Now we study little bit the next. Thus is the causal relation inner dependent arising to be seen, right? Inner and outer. Do you know why we name inner phenomena? Why we named outer phenomena? That means the phenomena, okay? The phenomena which is not, imbued. Do you know the English word? I think most of it. Imbued it means hold by feeling. Hold, connect with the consciousness that we call inner phenomena. The phenomena never ever, connected with the consciousness, then we call external phenomena. That means the body is inner phenomena because it is connected with the consciousness, connected with the feeling, right? Then the table, the house are external phenomena because it never connected with the consciousness and feeling, right? Arise to be seen. How is the conditional relation inner dependent arising to be seen? As due to the coming together of 6 elements, as due to the coming together for what the 6 elements, namely, conditional relation inner dependent arising to be seen as due to the coming together of the elements of the earth, water, fire, wind, space, consciousness. Now, we don't need to explain. You just think about yourself. Your body has 6 elements. There are 5 elements. Then we have a space. Then we have a consciousness. Space. Usually, when you feel so hot, what comes? Come the sweat. Sweat, right? Sweat. Because there's a lot of hole. That means, whole our bodies look like nets. That's why in the Tantrayana said, bones and flesh nets. Next, I think we just jump to the next paragraph. 1, 2, the third paragraph. I think here, what is ignorance? What is ignorance? Right? That which is perceiving these same 6 elements to be unity. Right? Unity. So now you explain what does mean ignorance. Ignorance which perceives the same six elements to be unity, okay? This is very important, unity. Okay. Unity. That means when we think about, within the six elements, we think about water. Water, right? Cup of water. When you look at the cup of water, but we cannot see there's hundreds of billions of particles. We can see water is just one cup, just one. If you look very closely, there's billions of molecule, billions of atom, so many things. Then you pick up, one small particle. Also, it has so many parts. They are not one phenomena which is just singleness. We don't have singleness phenomena. Cannot be exist singly, right? Cannot be exist singly. Nothing, none of any phenomena exists unity as a singleness. Singleness, no, we don't have a singleness phenomena. But we can call 1, 2, 3, right? This is one book. When you think about the book, it has many parts. The book is not just single phenomena. It has many parts. Second, whole, right? Then there's a lot of words. I think whole, permanent, constant, static, pleasurable, right? All is even though you can see, now we just think about just one yourself, person. Because this is when we have a problem, because when I say I, I'm happy, I'm not happy. I'm get angry, I'm get angry, I'm getting angry. We always say I, me and mine. How you are exist? What is your nature? What's your nature? Just think about yourself. We have a short time. Must have a short time. Think about how you are exist, who you are, where you are. In your head, within the brain, in the stomach, where are you? Right? Where are you? We cannot deny I'm not exist. Right? Just think about where are you? How are you existent? Are you exist? That's why you just study, step by step from your head all the way to your, leg, all the way leg to your head, step by step. You cannot find I, me, mine as a unity. Cannot. Right? Then whole, permanent. That's why I think everybody, heard about the selflessness. We have a gross and subtle. None of the phenomena exists as a permanent, as a unity, as a whole. Then all phenomena lack of unity, permanent, whole. What we call selflessness. Right? So this is the mainly meaning of ignorance. Then we just go all the way, ignorance, then ignorance bring such a apprehension is called ignorance. The presence of such as ignorance brings desire, aversion, and delusion towards object. Right? Due to ignorance, we have an attachment towards, desire towards objects. We have an aversion towards object. We have a delusion towards object. Here, what does mean object? What does mean object? Generally, you should not have a misunderstanding between subjective and subject. Objective and object is different. Generally, English terms say, oh, it is your subjective. Mean just your thinking is not there. Right? Subject mean all the consciousness are subject because all mind has a particular perceive something, right? Perceive something, see something. Eyes consciousness see what? Can see is form. Air consciousness see sound, right? Attachment can see what? Attachment can perceive beautiful object. Anger can see ugly object. The object is beauty or not. But, when we have an attachment towards object like a phone, house, car, whatever, we can perceive, wow, the house is so nice. The car is so nice. The phone is so nice. We perceive the object as a beautiful. The beautiful object is the beautifulness is the object of attachment. The ugliness is the object of anger. That means we have all the minds are subject. All minds must have something to perceive. Right? Ignorant perceive what? Ignorant perceived. Ignorance sees all phenomena as a unity, whole, permanence. The permanent phenomena is object of ignorance. The unity phenomena is the object of the ignorance. Right? That means object means the something which is perceived to the consciousness we call object. All the minds we call subject. That means look at ignorance brings desire, aversion and delusion towards object. Right? Desire. Also, desire generally can be two types. Positive desire and negative desire. Okay? Aversion always negative. Delusion always negative towards object. Such as desire, aversion and delusion towards object are the formation. That means due to ignorance, you have a aversion or you have a attachment, you have a desire to object. Therefore, we have a formation. Right? The formation caused by what? Yeah. Ignorance formation caused by ignorance, which is distinguish between individual object is consciousness. Consciousness and four appropriate. What does mean consciousness? What does mean mind? Right? The consciousness we call namprasheba. Consciousness must conscious something. Conscious something. Right? Consciousness means even though the air consciousness conscious what? Sound. Attachment conscious the beautiful object. Anger conscious ugly object. Right? Consciousness. Then slowly you can see all the 12 links. Then next, I think one by one you can slowly study about the 12 links interdependent, all the 12s individually then they are called ignorance because of the huge darkness. Formation is the sense of forming. Okay, next paragraph. They are called ignorance because of huge darkness. Huge darkness. Marikpa. I told you in Tibetan we call Marikpa. Opposite of Rikpa. Ignorance is opposite of the, knowledge. Knowing, ignorance. Ignorance cannot see the truth. Truth. This means darkness. If there's a lot of darkness, you can see some object, right? You can see something, you can feel something, but you cannot see the real nature of the phenomena. For example, if this house is total darkness, if you have a total new object, this house, when you come in, you can touch, you can assume, oh, this look like table, maybe this look like bed, this look like something. But you cannot see the complete reality of this phenomena because there's a darkness. So we cannot see the truth, the reality, emptiness, because we have a very strong, huge ignorance. It looks like darkness. Then formation in the sense of forming. Darkness, right? Now formation, sense of forming. Consciousness is the sense of causing to know. Then and form is the sense of mutual sprout. That means we have a consciousness. The consciousness look like field. Then the formations look like seeds, right? Then the next one, name and form are look like sense of mutual sprout, support. The six senses source is the sense of entity-based contact in the sense of contact. Here we need to learn three things very important. Consciousness is look like the ground or look like field. When we have a field, then we can put seeds. And the formations are look like seeds, right? Then due to the formation, then we have a what? Name and form. Name and form. When I say the consciousness is look like field, then the formations look like seeds. You should not forget, I said many times, how you can call first ignorance. You have to say second formation, third consciousness. You guys are third consciousness. The third consciousness has a two division or two types. One is content the karma. Okay, content the karma. For example, today, so before we started class, what we did, we did chanting. Then we believe, due to chanting, we accumulate karma, merit. The karma we accumulate where? On the consciousness. There's one consciousness which is content, holds all the karma. Then, after we dead, where we go into intermediate state, pardo, right? After pardo, where we go, next life. First time when we reach to next life, let's say this time we are human, okay? Human, due to our good karma, next time everybody born as a human, the first time when you take a human life, where you are, where you will be, human life, you will be in the mother womb, in the mother stomach. The first moment, the sperm and egg come together, you are entered in the mother womb. This time, there's another consciousness. That consciousness is the result of the karma. Okay, consciousness, one is a content the karma, second will be like a result Okay, result. That means first time when you take a rebirth as a human, you have a name and form, you have a consciousness. Right? You have a consciousness. Then slowly what? After consciousness, what? Name and form is already come together, right? Consciousness, name and form come together. Then next one, six senses. Then slowly, the egg and sperm, slowly develop. Then slowly, what you can see, the five faculties. Five faculties. Then you have a five faculties. Then you have a five, faculties. Then you have a six faculties, six consciousness. Then you have object. Then you can touch the object. Then slowly again, attachment, desire. Therefore, consciousness can be two types. One is the container, which is contain the karma. Second will be look like the result of the karma. For example, this time we are human being. Next life, if we take a birth as an animal like a cow, what we will have? We will have a cow body. We have a cow mind. The cow mind is a result of what? The previous karma's result. Right? That means consciousness can be seen as two types. Then 103, 104. Then next one, 12-fold. Then next you just jump into next, pages. Next page. Thus, these 12-fold dependent arising which come from several different cause and form, several different condition, is neither permanent nor impermanent. This I want to explain a little bit. Now, 12-fold dependent arising which is come from the several different causes and from several different condition, is neither permanent nor impermanent. Okay? Now you can see bit contradiction, right? I said all conditioned phenomena are impermanent. Now he said neither permanent nor impermanent. Right? Chupshi. Neither permanent, impermanent. The next one, neither compounded nor uncompounded. There's a talk about four, right? Permanent, impermanent, compounded, nor uncompounded. In generally, okay, I'm not talking particular here. In generally, all phenomena divide into what? Two types, which is permanent, impermanent. Okay, compounded phenomena, impermanent phenomena are synonymous, right? Compounded phenomena, impermanent phenomena are synonymous. Uncompounded phenomena, permanent phenomena are synonymous, generally. Okay, now here what does mean, neither permanent nor impermanent? Yes, all the 12 folds dependent arising is not permanent because arising from cause and condition. Impermanent mean something exists today or this moment, is second moment not really going to disappear. Not going to disappear. But for us look like, something exists today, second moment we thought is total disappear. For example, just imagine a rainbow, right? Rainbow. There's whether it's bit foggy, then raining, then you can see the rainbow. We can see rainbow from here. But someone who stay, quite farther away, they cannot see rainbow. Cannot see rainbow, right? It just you look there, rainbow continues to 10-20 minutes. Finally, we say the rainbow disappear. Do they really disappear? It's changed, right? The rainbow is changed due to the sunlight or due to the stop raining. It's changed. For example, this book, maybe 20 years ago, maybe 40 years ago, the previous continue of the book must be maybe the wood, right? Wood. Then after you chop up the wood, you look like the wood is started to disappear. No, the wood transforms as a paper. Then we burn this book. Become what? Ashes. Then we just put in the hands and just slowly then throw in the sky. Look like totally disappear. But the continuum is always there. Okay, always there. That means not going to be disappear. They always remain. But it doesn't mean became permanent. Okay. Then compounded and uncompounded. Yes, it is a compounded phenomena. It is not uncompounded phenomena because it depends on minute past, minute causing condition. Then, so I thought this afternoon I should explain a little bit about is something this I think experience something here. Not without any cause or condition. Yes, we can understand. It is not a experiencer, right? Then not something exhaustible, something next one destructible, or something that cause has produced from the immemoral without discontinuity, like follow of river. Let's say last very important, like the follow of a river. This is so important. You must know what does mean, the meaning flow of river, right? Let's say first you saw there's a snow mountain, snow somewhere, ice. There's no water. Then suddenly there's a hot sun. The sun was so hot. Then what happened? Snow melt. First snow melt, first moment drop. First moment of water, calm. Then second moment, the water flow. Right? First there, second here. You can see the water is coming from there and reach to in front of you. What we think? We think, oh, this water which is erupt in front of you, we thought this water come from all the way there. No. Do you think? The water which is just reached to in front of you. Do you think the water is come from the snow mountain? It's come from snow mountain, but the water which is first melt from snow is never reached to here. Which is reach here, it is not the water which is just come from the snow. It's change, momentarily changing, right? Changing. But we think then first moment water, second moment water, right? Second moment. The first moment water never be second moment of water. The second moment water wasn't be the first moment water. First and second moment water is different. Right? Different. That's why nothing really say in a transform. For example, you are in the Lavender MRT. Somebody call you, where are you? I'm at the Lavender MRT. Next moment they call you again. Where are you? I'm in Jalan Basar. Right? We say, I'm in Jalan Basar. Yes, you are in Jalan Basar. The person who were in the Lavender, they never reached to the Jalan Basar. The person who are in the Jalan Basar, there wasn't at the lavender, right? It's totally different. For us, we have a confusion about time. We have a confusion about the nature of the individual phenomena. Therefore, this sentence may explain. If you think this way, I think very interesting. First moment is, therefore, the Dharma. I think some of you have been reading the what the book name called? Buddha Palita, right? Buddha Palita. I think Buddha said, "Go is going, going, go." There's a lot of confusion, right? We just go, never reach. Somebody reach, never go. There's no going, coming, and going, right? There's not really coming, going, which is supposed to move. Is supposed to move, which is already moved. They're not supposed to move because already moved, right? Supposed to move, haven't moved yet. Already moved. They already moved. Next, not supposed to move. The supposed to move already finished. It's over. Action is over, right? Therefore, all phenomena exist, look like the flow of river. Then these 12-fold dependent arising, which come from varieties of the cause and the form, variety of the condition, is neither permanent nor impermanent. Is neither compound. Is the same thing. The next one, I think, consciousness function caused by having nature of the seed. Yeah, consciousness function as a caused by having the nature of the seed. Karma function as a caused by having the nature of the field. Ignorance and the craving function as a cause by having the nature of the afflictions. Now we don't have enough time somehow, then I leave you as a homework. Interdependent, how do is not involve transmigration, does not involve transmigration, cause being from the... Yeah. The next sentence, you listen here. How does it not involve transmigration? It does not involve transmigration because being from the different class of the existence bring about the rebirth into form of the birth with equal fortune. So we can stop here. So today is the last class of the Rice Seedling Sutra. I hope you got some benefit, not that much. I hope. So please continuously read this sutra. Is very important, very useful. Any text you read, you always appear all these words. Ignorance, aging and death and karma, all the consciousness, function, always appear this word in all the textbook. Therefore, please everybody, continuously read in English, in Chinese, and study, give a time for study and practice your Dharma. Because, now everybody, very healthy, we can go whatever we want to go. We can eat whatever we want to eat. We can talk. We have very healthy. We have a capable to do whatever we want. Then one day we become very old. Let's say 80 plus, 90 plus. Then most time we have to stay alone. Then you really feel the loneliness feeling. Nobody around you. You wish to talk with someone. Nobody around you. You want to say something. Nobody going to listen you, right? That means we will be alone in home, in nursing. In Singapore, look like fortunate. I can say, even though you are very serious, somebody will take it in the nursing home. Very unfortunate, the people who look after you in the nursing home, those are not your brother, sister, relative. They are just depend on your money. They don't have a sense of compassion, sense of love. They teach you as a like a, pet dog. You can pet dog. Just give a food, say hello, hello, hello. They say bye, bye, bye. You go, right? When you are nursing home, all the people, the nurse, the doctor look like treat as a pet dog, right? Because it's money. So that time, if you know how to practice Dharma, if you know how to practice compassion, renunciation, emptiness, it will be the best, time for you to practice Dharma. It will be the best time for you to remember all the practices. Then you never ever will feel loneliness. Somebody show you angry, you don't care, you're able to practice compassion. Right? Somebody show you respect, you don't care, you're able to practice contentment. Therefore, as a healthy person, you must give a time for study Dharma, practice Dharma, slowly learn how to control all your emotion, negative thoughts. Then you are in nursing home, you are in the hospital, you are in the ICU, you are okay. You never feel your loneliness, you never feel, very, unhappy, you never feel sadness, you feel very happy. Oh, now I'm in ICU. It's quite close to go to next life. I am very fortunate. I have all the Dharma practice. I have done all the practice. You are very excited to go to next life. Right? Very excited. Otherwise, when you put the ICU, you feel so scared. Okay, no practice of Dharma, no good karma. They already put the ICU. Never know when they switch off the machine. So therefore, please, I know as a Singaporean, is always busy. It's good to be busy, but don't forget to study Dharma, as well as study, as well as must practice Dharma. If you don't practice, there's no point. There's no much point to study Dharma. Okay? Then, next we have a 2 Lamrim class. If you wish to attend Lamrim class, we will have Lamrim class. Then, after I came back from India, I talked with the EXCO member. We will start to have a, class about science and philosophy. Okay, science and philosophy. One condition, if you do the homework properly, I will go through the books, but not page by page. We will go, few pages and jump and few pages jump. Also, who wish to attend this class must do the homework. We give the Lamrim homework. I don't think nobody really done the homework. Anyway, so thank you so much. So we will do the dedication prayers.